Hello and welcome to another video on AM language. In this video today, we are going to be talking about the future. So once more people join us, I'm just going to share the video online so more people can join us. And then we can jump straight in. Let me know who's watching, and I hope you all had a good weekend as well. I had a good weekend myself, actually. I thought it was all right. Wasn't too bad. Did a good amount of exercise. Hello, Maria. Good afternoon. Thank you very much for joining. I hope you are well. Did you have a good weekend? Okay, that's now shared. So hopefully more people will join us. So, yes, let me know. Gizem, hello, Gizem. Lovely to see you. Glad that you could join us. Yes, glad you could join us. Yes, it was good. Thanks. Excellent. I'm very glad to hear that it was good. Okay, so let's. Oh, Irina. Hello, Irina. Thank you very much for joining. Lovely to see you. Hope you're well. The weather today. I would describe the weather today as gloomy. It's a bit gloomy. It's a bit wet. It's a bit dull. It's cloudy. It's not exciting. So it is gloomy. Elena says hello. Hello, Elena. Sandra also says hello. Hello, Sandra. Good afternoon. Nadia, hello to you too as well. And Daria says good afternoon as well. Good afternoon, Daria. Thank you very much for joining. So, excellent. Well, guys, I have to say thank you very much for joining us. I can also tell you that I look forward to some things that I'm currently making for YouTube, because we're adding some more different types of videos to the future. So we'll be able to give you guys even more content. Catalina says, hello, hi. Hello to you too. Hello to you too. So let's begin. I know at the moment the sun has just come out, so it's hitting me, and I look like I don't know what, actually. I don't look completely real. I think like half of me looks like I'm some kind of alien, or I don't know, maybe an alien of some kind. But the light is not the best type of light for filming. It's more of a, you know what it is? It's what we would call a glare or something like that. Anyway, let's begin. And if you like talking about the future, like the video. Now, what we are going to talk about are different types of grammar structures that we can use when talking about the future. We'll start off simple and we will work our way up. Gradually, it will become a little bit more difficult. So just to let you guys know, we have this word gradually, which means slowly. So it will gradually become more difficult. It will slowly become more difficult. So let's start off nice and simple. Okay, so as some of you guys know, you can talk about future plans with the present continuous. Such as next week we are going next week we are still going to be indoors. We are not going out, unfortunately. But we can say, you know, for instance, in September we are going to go somewhere. Now, I don't want to spend too much time on the present continuous, but I do want to introduce you to a new time marker that you can use, okay? Come, and then let's say, plus name of the month, plus present continuous. Mr. Minecraft says, unfortunately, it's Corona time. Yes, unfortunately, it is Corona time. So we've got this time maker come plus the name of the month, such as come March, come September, come next October, for example. Okay, which means in the future, but that month in the future. You can also say, you can also use it come May. Yes, come May. You can say come 2021. I am going, for example. What we mean here is you use come and the time in the future that you are talking about. So, for example, we could say come August, I am going to, let's say, come August, I'm going swimming. What have I done here? Okay, so for example, come August, I am going swimming. Come next, come next March, I am going traveling. Okay, so we use come plus the time that we want to talk about in the future. We use it at the start of the sentence, and you then put a comma afterwards. Now, can we use it at the end of the sentence? I'm going traveling come next March. We wouldn't normally use it like that. So stick to it being used at the start of the sentence. Okay, so before we move on to the next bit about talking about the future, can you guys give me your own examples? For instance, come summer. You can use a time of year as well. So come summer, come autumn, come winter, come Christmas, come my birthday. You could do that. Let me know what your future plans are. Maybe you might like to say, come July, I'm going out no matter what. Or come August, I'm going to South America, or come September, I'm starting a university course, for example. So let me know if you guys have any future plans that you can talk about. I know that at the moment it's a little bit difficult. So come summer, hopefully I am going to the Baltic. I'm going to the Baltics. I'm going to the Baltics, Sandra. But yes, that's a really, or the Baltic Sea, for example, because Baltic is made up of more than one country and sea area. But that's a good sentence of that. Come August, I'm going to celebrate my birthday via Skype. Excellent, Gizem. Come January, I'm going to Peru. Well done, Maria. Excellent. I am very happy with this. Come my birthday in June, I'm not going to have a party. I am sorry, Elena. I am sorry. Maybe we need to celebrate your birthday on YouTube, or in your Zoom lesson, or I don't know what, but we have to find a way to celebrate Elena's birthday. So if anyone has a good idea of how we can celebrate Elena's birthday come June, let us know in the live chat. Excellent. Well, I am very happy with that. So well done, everyone. Let's now talk about the future. Okay, simple. Future simple. We have subject plus usually will plus I cracked my neck. Subject plus will plus verb plus object. Now we have to understand, first of all, the value of will. Value of will could range anything from 90% to 100% certainty. So we've got anything from 90% to 100%. So it's not the same as, or don't forget, present continuous is usually 100%. As long as you don't put think at the start of your sentence, it's usually 100%. Will usually is between 90 and 100%. It depends how certain we are. So, for example, we could say, again, we can use come. So let's continue using come a certain period of time because I want to make sure you guys really use this properly. So we could say come October, I will, let's see, I will celebrate my birthday with a fine bottle of wine. By the way, I should add, fine is very good in this context. So come October, I will celebrate my birthday with a fine bottle of wine. A fine bottle of wine is a good bottle of wine. Actually, it's a very good bottle of wine. So come October, I will celebrate my birthday with a fine bottle of wine. Or we could say, we will celebrate after the coronavirus has passed. In this case, past means finished. Okay? So we will celebrate after the coronavirus has passed, after the coronavirus has finished. So those are some examples. Those are two examples of using the future simple. If you want to use a negative, we can say, we won't travel next week because of the virus. That would be the negative. Maria has written, come September, I will travel to Ibiza. Yes, I hope you are able to travel to Ibiza. And come September, I hope you do travel to Ibiza. Excellent, that's a good example. Another example, by the way, I should say this, the pronunciation of won't, it has the same sound as the O in phone. Okay, won't. Elena says, come anytime, I will go anywhere. Well, fair enough. I suppose you can say that. It's very unspecific, Elena. It's very unspecific. Come anytime, I will go anywhere. Come July, so Hario, hello, good afternoon, Hario. Hario says, come July, I will go to dive around the Malta. Ooh, close. I will dive because the verb here is dive. So you've got two options. Okay, I will go diving around Malta, or I will dive around Malta. But actually, to be honest with you, you go diving. So I'm not going to bother suggesting the other one. You go diving. So I'm going to leave it at that. I will go diving. Maria says, I won't party this weekend because all clubs is closed. Ooh, close. All the clubs are closed. So nearly there, Maria. Very well done. Yeah, all the clubs are closed. That's not possible at the moment. Good, excellent. Well, we're off to a very good start. Let's continue. And now let's introduce the present continuous here. So now the future continuous. Remember, we are talking about an action or event in the future and will be ongoing. Now, ongoing simply means happening. So, for example, I will be living in, let's say I will be, no, I'm not going to go with living. Let's change it. I will be giving lessons online. Okay, so I will be giving lessons online. If I want to give a time marker, I could say, come May, I will be giving lessons online. So that's how we are doing it. But a very important grammar structure. You have your subject plus will plus be plus verb ing. So come May, I will be going. Come May, I will be giving lessons online. Come September, I will be traveling to Germany. Come October, I will be turning 33, for example. Catalina says, you will be teaching online tomorrow. You will be teaching online tomorrow. Yes, I will be teaching online tomorrow. Exactly. That's a good example as well. Okay, look, guys, let's see if you guys can come up with any of your own examples. Any of your own examples. We've got Catalina already. She started us off with a good example. Can you guys... yeah, can we... Let's see who else comes up with anything. So I will be teaching. I will be walking. We could make a song. I will be living inside. I will be staying inside. I will be doing exercise because I can't go out, because I won't be able, because I won't be going outside. There we go. We have a great song in the making. Yes, that's a great song in the making. Okay, so let's see. Can any of you come out with your own examples? Yes. Nadia, you're welcome to try and sing along, you know. I do not have a good voice. I will be doing exercise. So Maria says, we will be having lessons online during 2 months during our... Oh, we will be having lessons online. I wouldn't know. Ooh. The time marker of putting how long a period of time it's going to go on for. I would name the months, Maria. I would say between April and July, we will be having our lessons online. So Maria, I would say for your one, when you're going to say how long a period's going to go for, I would name the months or the time period that something's going to go on for. So you can use between April and July, yeah, I would say that. If it's 1 month, then we can say in May, we will be having lessons online. So I think that's what we can do to make your sentence better. Elena says, come July, I will be starting my own project online. Oh, fantastic, Elena. Well, best of luck there. I hope it goes well. Excellent. Okay, guys, I'm pretty pleased at the moment with what we've seen. Gizem says, I'll be losing my mind during the quarantine. I'll be losing my mind during the quarantine. Yes, you will be. We're already in quarantine, so we can always change it to by the end of the quarantine. No, by May, let's stick to months. By May, I will, no, I will be losing my mind during the quarantine. No, after I think about it, you are correct. Let's leave it at that. I think a lot of people are losing their mind. I would say that the more you watch the news, the faster you will lose your mind. I don't like watching the news at the moment. It's usually depressing. Let's see. Irina says, come summer, we will be swimming in the sea. Yes, we will be swimming in the sea with dolphins, sea turtles, and hopefully they stay, because since there have been no, big cruise ships or anything of that nature, dolphins have come back to Malta. I just hope that they are still here when we can start to swim. It's always great to see dolphins. Dolphins are brilliant. They're lovely. Okay, yes. Come summer, we'll be swimming in the sea. Absolutely. Where? I mean, I would say, guys, if you can, some of the best parts to swim in Malta is Gozo. If you can get to Gozo, there are some fantastic parts of Gozo to go swimming in. So I do encourage you. Actually, Gozo's brilliant. Camino, yes. North of the island, beautiful. So, excellent. I am pretty pleased with that. So we'll now move on to the next one. Now, at this point, Maria says, come summer, I will be dancing every day. Maria, I believe you. I believe that you will be dancing every day. I will not be dancing every day because I'm not a good dancer. I'm, in fact, a terrible dancer. I think, what is my type of dancing? The only type of dancing I am happy to dance to is either reggae music, like Bob Marley, or something like AC/DC, because it requires no skill at all. Let's see. Arena says, is the rule suitable for talking about fantasies and dreams too? Oh, fantasies and dreams. Good question. Maybe. But we can't use will. We have to change the modal verb. Actually, how do you talk about your fantasies and dreams? No, I'll tell you what. I'm going to make a note of that, Adrina. How to talk about fantasies and dreams, because that's we have to think of there's a whole separate section really for that. So how to talk about fantasies and dreams. Okay, I will make a video on that next week. Fantasies and dreams. Okay, that's a good question. Okay, I'm happy with that. So let's move on to the next thing. At this point, before we move on to, okay, let's have a go. This next one is going to be very difficult, but let's see how we do. Subject. Plus will. Plus effectively your present perfect tense structure. This is called a future perfect. You use this to say that by a specific time in the future, something will have happened or been completed. So it's quite difficult. but we'll have a little basic introduction to it. And Maria says, before open my own company, I will be traveling to somewhere to meditation. Okay, just to say there, Maria, what you want to say before, if you start your sentence with a preposition like before, after, okay, you want the verb has to be ing. So before opening my own company, I will. Now here, we can't use a present continuous in this case. This would just be a future simple. I will travel and do some meditation. That's how I would write it. That's how I would write it. Okay. Because put it this way, it's like you're saying that you will do something. You're not saying you will be doing something because of your time maker, because you've already said before opening my own company. Now you're saying you will actually complete something, which actually brings us on to the future perfect. The future perfect is when you talk about something that will be finished in the future by a date. So, for example, we can say, come the end of May, we will have finished the lockdown period. So it's saying that come the end of May, this period of lockdown will have finished. So that's another way of writing it. Come the end of May, this period of lockdown will have finished, or finished, or will have ended, for example. So I don't expect people, I don't expect you guys to all be able to write a sentence with this, because this is difficult. But that's what we are saying. So come the end of May, this period of lockdown will have finished. So if you guys would like to have a go at trying to write this particular sentence, be my guest. If not, we will then move on to a conditional sentence. We will then move on to a conditional sentence. I'm not going to do necessarily the future perfect, because I then want to try and have a conversation using the ones that you really do that you do need to use. To help you along with this, guys, I will write in another example. Come the end of summer, we something have okay, so feel free to try and complete that one for me. Elena says, do you use often this construction in your speech? Yes, you can do. You use it, typically speaking, you use this when we're talking about projects. So things that need to be completed in the future. So when you talk about things that need to be completed in the future, this is what we'll be doing. This is what, in fact, we will do. We will go along with this construction. So, for instance, I will have finished university by next year. I will have finished my English course by September. You're saying that an action will have finished in the future usually. So I've written something here. Come the end of summer, blank, we something have something an awesome party. Okay, so let's see if you guys can try and complete that. You need to think of the modal verb and you need to think of the past participle of have. So this is a little bit difficult, but let's see if any of you can get it. If any of you do get it, everyone needs to like the video, by the way, because this is not easy. Oh, wait a minute. Nadia knocks it out of the park. Will have had. Well, everyone, like the video. Nadia's got it. Come the end of summer, we will have had an awesome time. Awesome party. Elena says, come the beginning of July, I will have started my project online. Elena, wow, what a fantastic sentence. Everyone, like the sentence, like the video for Elena. What a fantastic sentence. Dario has also got it right. We will have had. Brilliant. Sandra, come the end of summer, we will have had an awesome party. Wow, everyone, give yourselves a pat on the back. This is a pat on the back. Congratulations, well done, and like the video. You've done a great job. Nadia says, I will have finished my sewing course by the end of June. Nadia, wow, fantastic. Well, there we have it. Some fantastic sentences going on here. Very well done. Now, let's move on to talking about, and this is now the future conditional, or the second conditional. Let's talk now about a hypothetical future. If you look at the card on the front of this video, it was supposed to be like a futuristic one. So let's talk about the hypothetical future. To make this, we have to use if plus past simple plus would. Now you can use other modal verbs like would, could, for example, plus infinitive. So, for instance, and we can ask questions actually. So I'll give you some examples of this, then I'll give you some examples of writing questions, such as if we let's see, simple example, if I won the lottery, I would buy an island. Or if I got the coronavirus, I would go to hospital, okay? Or if I could go to space, I would go to Mars. Okay, so all of these are hypothetical. They're to do with the future and a hypothetical future. So it's not necessarily realistic. In fact, technically speaking, in the present, when we talk about these things, it is not real in the present. So this is the construction that we use to talk about a hypothetical future. Now, if you want to create a question, we could say, for instance, what would happen if we could travel to another planet? So we've got the what would happen along with what would you do if you could travel through space. So that's the construction there. Elena says, if I had a lot of money, I would open the fairy tale center for children. I think that's a great idea, actually. Don't forget, if you start your subject with if you start your sentence with if, we have to break up the sentence with a comma. So if I had a lot of money, comma, I would open the fairy tale center for children. Instead of the fairy tale center, I would say I would open a fairy tale center for children. So, for example, I am happy to let's see if you guys can either create a question or an answer. And actually, I will now ask you guys a question, and let's see what you guys answer. So, my question to you guys would be, what would you do? What would you do if you won the lottery? Let's start off with that. Maria says, if I could go to future, I would like to talk with me. Ooh, that's an interesting sentence. I see what you're trying to do there, Maria. If I could, I think here we need to use the verb travel. If I could travel into the future, I would like to talk with, now this is a strange bit here, my future self. That's an interesting one, actually. Hmm. Oh, that's an interesting one. Oh, if I could travel into the future, I would like to talk to my future self. Wow. That's an interesting idea, Maria. I like your thinking. That's a very hypothetical situation. So, guys, let me know, what would you do if you won the lottery? Hadio says, if I won the lottery, I would travel around the world. Hadio, I'm not going to lie. That's exactly one of the things I would do. I would travel around the world. Um, well, one of the things I would do anyway. Excellent. Good. Well done, guys. Let me ask you another question. This time I'm going to use if, okay, within my question. If you had a super power, a super power in the future, what superpower would you like to have? Okay, let's see what you guys answered there. Superpower, think of like Spider-Man, Superman, um, Doctor Strange. Sandra says, if we traveled to 1988, we would see the wall in Berlin. Okay, here you're writing something slightly different. This is now going hypothetically back in time. So if we could travel back in time to 1988, we could see the Berlin Wall. Okay, this is a different construction in the sense that you are now talking about a hypothetical past instead of a hypothetical future. Okay, guys, I've got another question for you if you like, so you can answer some of the questions. I would like to see who can answer this question. What would you, oh, I'm sorry, let me delete that. I forgot a word there. What would you do if you saw an alien? So here's a good question, guys. What would you do, hypothetically, if you saw an alien? Now, this question was asked to a group of Americans and a group of British people. Of course, the English people said, I would offer the alien a cup of tea. The majority of the Americans who were asked this question replied, apparently, that they would get their shotgun. Now, I don't know if it is true, but if that is the answer, that is an answer that we would say would be fit a stereotype. So Maria says, if I had a superpower, I would like to help all the children in a big house. Okay, that sounds an interesting one. You could say all the people, all the children in the world. That would make sense. I would like to help all the children in a big house. I feel like you want to say, I would save all the children that needed help and put them in a big house. I think there's more to that sentence, but I understand what you're trying to say there, Maria. Using the construction, well done. Irina, if I saw an alien, I would be scared and start running and hiding. Yes, I think that's what most people would do. You know what would scare me? What would scare me is if an alien, if I saw an alien and the alien tried to communicate by singing, like songs. I mean, it'd be a bit weird, really. Imagine if a singer just started wanting to say, saw you and couldn't talk but had to sing. Comes out with Adele. Hello, it's me. Ah! Anyway, Sandra says, if I saw an alien, I would run away. Yes, I think that would be the sensible thing to do. Okay. Right, I think these answers are pretty good. Elena says, if I saw an alien, I would become frozen for a while. Yes, I suppose so. You would freeze. Scared. Yes, no, you wouldn't want to run. Maybe. Well, maybe you would want to run, but maybe you couldn't. Maybe it would be too difficult. Okay, guys, this is some good. Feel free to try and ask me a question. We have 4 more minutes, and feel free to try and ask. Feel free to try and answer. So, feel free to try and ask me a question. I would be more than happy to answer. We've got 3 more minutes. So, if you can think of a question, feel free to answer. Yes, I think there are certain things that are strange with the idea of aliens. Anyway, Catalina says, if I saw an alien, I would like to ask about the life in his planet. Okay, close. On his planet, I would like to ask about, you don't need the life. I would ask about life on his planet. So that's what I would answer. But yes, I think that's actually a very good question. That's a good idea. And Maria says, Richard, if are you rich, what would you like to do? If you were, because you have to use the past simple. If you were rich, what would you do? What would you do first? Okay, so that would be your question. If I were rich, the first thing I would do would probably be I would make sure that my family members were all financially secure. That's what I would do. Irina says asks if you knew another language, what language would it be? That's a great question, and the answer would be Spanish. I would like to know Spanish. I would also like to know Italian, and after Italian, I would like to know French. Actually, yes, those would be the 3 main languages, but the first one would be Spanish because I think it's more useful. And I still want to go to South America again. So that would be my answer. Some good questions here, guys. Very well done. So at the end of this session, we have looked at the present continuous, future simple, future continuous, future perfect, and the second conditional to talk about hypothetical futures. We've also looked at a new time marker, come a point in the future. So guys, I think all of you who have participated in this lesson you have all done a great job. Catalina asks, what would you do if you were, instead of lose, lost, because that's the past, but if you were lost, okay? If you were lost in Tibet. If I were lost in Tibet, I don't know what I would do. I would probably try and I would try and find help and someone who could speak English. Okay, guys. So thank you so much for watching today's lesson. A massive thank you to all of you in the live chat who who have tried to give sentences, answer questions, give your own examples. All of you, whether doesn't matter what your level is, all of you have done a fantastic job. So well done to you guys. Thank you for liking the video, and thank you everyone for who, even if you didn't write, thank you for watching as well. Thank you so much, everyone, and I will see you guys tomorrow at the same time at 4 o'clock. And for some of you, like Maria, I will see you in our Zoom lesson tomorrow as well. So everyone, thank you very much. If you haven't liked the video, make sure you like the video. And if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell. I hope you all have a good evening. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much. Bye for now.